Is Labour in favour of staying in the customs union?
Yes, you've got to have a if you want the full access to the single market. The customs union is intrinsically linked with that, and as an ex-customs minister, I know what it's like when you have to face customs borders.
Right.
So it's paperwork, it's tariffs.
No, I understand you said that. So by definition,
it's all the things that makes business and trade much more difficult. So it's a prize we need to go for.
So by definition, Britain out of the EU, on your formulation, would not be able to do its own free trade deals.
My formulation would be one of the aims that I would go into these negotiations with.
Well, is this you now or the Labour Party?
One of the ways of getting round this constant textual analysis of what the Prime Minister has said is for the government, and it is in the government's court now to negotiate the best deal for Britain, to spell out its negotiating aims.
I understand all that, and we try.
If I was doing that, one of my aims would be remain in the customs union.
Right, which by definition means that we wouldn't be able to do our own free trade deals.
This is.
No, I'm sorry, that's the situation. The clue's in the word customs union.
Do you know?
They do their own customs. If you're in the European customs union, you cannot do your own free trade
And I
deals.
believe, actually, we're moving in. I think the Brexit arrangements and the Brexit negotiations herald a new era in international trade arrangements.
That's a different matter. It doesn't answer my question.
It may be the case now, but it isn't necessarily the case as we come to try and do our own deals.
We can't do our own deals if we stay in the customs union.
Like I say, I think we'll see in 2 years' time, if we're at the point of leaving the European Union, we will start to see some of the arrangements, some of the terms of trade deals with other countries changing. So I don't necessarily see that for the future as a showstopper.
You may not see it, but it's actually the situation as clear as night
let's have
follows
that
day
conversation again
at
in 3
the
or 4
moment.
years' time.
Well, I'm very happy
when we leave the European Union, if we get a good, decent deal.
Very happy to do that, because that's not really even a matter of argument. That you cannot do your own free trade deals if you're in the customs union. That's why all these leavers said they wanted to leave the customs union. But let me move on to this. Is a government's policy we should leave the customs union?
The Prime Minister has said, and you've just had a discussion about criminology, there's no point analysing different words. The Prime Minister said we're not going to give a running commentary. What we're doing at the moment is we're putting together
I'm not asking for a running commentary. I'm asking a simple,
brief,
but actually rather basic question. Since Liam Fox is running around at the moment talking about all the great trade deals he's going to do with Australia, Canada, even the United States, New Zealand, it therefore must be government policy that you're leaving the customs union.
Theresa May has been very clear. We have not taken the decisions on what is our negotiating brief yet. At the time that we do, then of course that will be set out and shared. But just on
No. You answer these questions, please, because these are important issues for people that depend on exports and trade and imports, and neither of you are able to give any answers here. And you can kind of sense a mounting frustration in the British people, and they can certainly sense mine. Do you accept, if we stay in the customs union, we cannot do our own free trade deals, that the European Union will do them on our behalf?
Well, one of the things that Theresa May has said...
Never mind Theresa May, you tell me.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Andrew, that the arrangement that we may be able to negotiate may not conform to a stock arrangement that is currently there. It's one of the reasons she said that she's not going to give a running commentary.
Please don't use that phrase again. Even a walking commentary would be fine. A stumbling commentary I would settle for. If we stay in the customs union, Brussels does our own free trade deals. We cannot do a free trade deal with America if the customs union is already negotiating a free trade deal. Now, what bit don't I understand?
Well, what the Prime Minister has said, which I repeat, and the Prime Minister has been absolutely clear about this, is that we're not going to specify what our negotiating mandate is until we've decided it in every respect, and then it'll be set out.
Bye-bye, Laura. Thanks for coming here.
I think I gave a running commentary.
I was going to say.
I meant to do that.